Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. I wanted to provide you guys with a quick little update and also making sure that you guys set up a reminder in your calendar for when the next Federal Reserve FOMC minutes meeting is going to be. So I hope that you learned something new, and if you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. And if you have any questions whatsoever, I encourage you, send me a direct message via Discord or via Instagram, and those are linked in the description of this video. The only way that I can help you is if you reach out and ask me. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Overall NASDAQ market, beautiful day, 1.84%. We let it rise. This is the second green day in a row for the NASDAQ market. Yesterday was the CPI data report, beating expectation at 7.7%. Took off, one of the biggest green day for the NASDAQ market of 2022 and the top 3 biggest green day for the NASDAQ market in the past 4 years. Now, where does this put us? Every indicator is telling us that it's overbought. But guess what? There's one thing that I always say. Although I'm a technical trader, I always respect one thing, and that is direction. Indicators are to be used as a reference. There is not one indicator that is ever 100% accurate. So please understand that just because something is overbought doesn't mean that it needs to pull back right away. Eventually, you are correct. It will correct itself. It always happens. It's not an if, but it's a when. Please do not put yourself in an unfortunate short position, meaning that you're trying to short the market because it's overbought, thinking that it has to happen, and then you instantly regret it because for whatever reason, the market can rally next week. This is what I want to share with you. What I want to share with you is what's on schedule for the Federal Reserve. I think it's very important for you guys to know that it's not next week, but it's going to be the week after, right before Thanksgiving. It's going to be on the 23rd of November, and it's going to be right around 2 p.m. It's a Federal Reserve FOMC minutes meeting, and we shouldn't have an interest rate hike, but this is where they pretty much just share their thoughts based off of the last interest rate hike, and hopefully maybe sharing some forecasts for the next up and coming interest rate hike that the Federal Reserve will have in the month of December. The reason that I want you guys to be aware of this is because markets can shift. Now, that is one of the most significant things in the Federal Reserve calendar. What's to come? Now, the thing that I do want to share with you is please look into this on your own. Other than the CPI data report, which I'm not going to undermine it. I mean, the CPI data report that came out, super important. Next week, there's a PPI report. Sounds pretty funny, PPI. It's a producer price index. Please make sure that you take that into consideration because it is going to be released next week, and I will be live streaming it for free on my YouTube channel. All you have to do is drop a thumbs up on this video and subscribe. With that being said, other than that, there's not a very significant economic report and or earnings. The only thing that I would take into consideration is there's a lot of companies that are following in Facebook's footsteps of huge layoffs. This is the second round for 2022. Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, just announced that they're going to be laying off around 11,000 employees. If I'm not, I'm going to have to double check that number. 11,000 or 11%. I have the number 11 stuck in my head, but please look into it. Disney just announced that it's going to freeze hiring and it's going to begin layoffs. These were steps and things that were already somewhat factored into the market. But I just want you guys to not be surprised if the market does begin to sell off quicker than expected because of this news. My job is just to make you aware of what is going on with the market. The market at the end of the day and how it reacts is always key, right? So if the market continues to rally, then let's rally with it, right? We have all of next week. If the market continues to make higher highs, I can take it day by day where I can choose to day trade TQQQ and go up with the market. But if we begin to see a shift of direction, and it'd be very easy to see, right? We're very overbought. If we begin to see anything like the last time where it begins to curl over, it begins to show signs of a rejection, whatever the case might be, and again, we cannot be afraid to lock in profits. Looking at this on the day chart, right, we could see that we still have a long way to go to the moving average if the NASDAQ market is trying to work its way all the way back up there, right? The last time we got rejected at moving average, and so did we on the time prior. Will we rally this far? I don't know, right? This is why we take it day by day. But this is why I'm sharing for all of our short sellers on why to be very careful. by you entering a very hopeful position. Again, I agree that the market will most likely correct itself, but it doesn't mean that it has to happen soon. I just don't want you to enter a position early and then you end up regretting it shortly after. So because of that, I want you to be aware of where we stand, big picture, working our way to the moving average. Yes, we're very overbought. We could potentially pull on back. Then we're going to test support at EMA. And then what's to come? We have the PPI data report next week. We have the series of layoffs that are happening with Facebook and Disney. It seems like it's already been factored into the market and it's not really selling off. I just want you to be aware of this. And of course, the CPI data report that just happened, and then the FOMC minutes meeting that's going to happen in 2 weeks, the day before Thanksgiving. I need you to be aware of what's going on, right? We also are aware of what's happened with FTX and filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I really don't think it's really synced in to the market because, in my opinion, again, I don't know much about crypto, but if FTX went down, these crypto exchanges are very heavily leveraged. If one falls over, I think, and it's not just one, it was one of the top 4 in the world, right? I think it's safe to say that, we won't be surprised if others follow in its footsteps. And, I think I heard, was it Binance or it was something with a B for a crypto exchange that is already beginning to suspend withdrawals. It's not looking good for crypto. And if crypto markets fall, it could also cause the NASDAQ market or the overall markets to fall. So just understand the domino effect, right? Don't be afraid to invest long term. Just control that position size. That's all we ever want to say. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Wanted to provide you guys with a quick little market update. If you guys have any questions, you guys know how to reach out to me. First link is via Discord. Third link in the description is going to be via Instagram. I am verified. That is my only Instagram account. If you want to watch me trade live every day and you want to join my team, I encourage you, take 2 minutes, click the second link in the description down below, and it's going to be $150 off for our Learn Plan Profit 2.0. And if you find it to be a good fit for you, I'll see you on Monday at Market Open for our live trading session. Friendly reminder, we are giving away a free t-shirt with every order today. Just add it to your cart, and it's "The Fortune Favors the Brave" in observance of Veterans Day. So thank you to all those that have served. If you want to pick up your free shirt with every order, that's going to be the 4th link in the description. And I am using the Webull trading application. It is free for everyone in the US, and that's that 5th link down below. Appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.